I'd just like to take a moment to thank our 6 concurrent listeners on Spotify. Without you, it would be a bit more lonely. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please leave a rating and a review.
Last time on The World with Jaws, I had met an intrepid group of adventurers who seemed like they had no idea what they were doing or where they were going. Along with them was a mermaid named Kelpie. Apparently, but as it may be, I had joined their crew both for my safety and, in all honesty, for theirs, seeing as they had no navigator. It does seem, however, that they have brought a child on board, which is, in my opinion, not the best decision, but I suppose it is not my decision to make.
When we come back, we'll be exploring the rest of the spoils that Guildhearth has to offer here in The World with Jaws. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The World with Jaws.
Hello.
Where we last left off, we were on the ship of the Wild Blue Yonder out on deck. The crew had just slain an creature of ashen magic, and the crew had brought one of the zombified soldiers of the Admiralty below deck. The Dane had discovered something sinister and quite odd regarding the soldier, and it had sent Tre Bresaint into something of a tizzy. For everyone at home, Tim is not here right now. He may join us later in the episode, so we'll see.
We're hoping.
But for right now, we'll say that he is back on the ship. So currently, the 3 of you have the thread to follow of the score that Skink Paloma had clued you all into.
I'm unavailable as I am working on my homunculus, so this is all you two.
Well, alright. I'm down for a little one-on-one with Adam.
Are you sure you don't want to get in on the scheme?
Well, okay, here, let me pull up the move here real quick. So, when you create a homunculus using your alchemy tools, spend 8 hours, instill it with a dark source of strange power, and roll plus vinegar. Keyword there being, or key term being, 8 hours.
I thought we decided last time that you'd do this after we got back, but you'd made the roll already.
Yeah, like, it's already been rolled at the end of the last session.
Yeah, but we decided that we would do this first with the captain. When you get back, we will still be using that roll.
Okay, alright, so then I'm still free?
Also, I need to level up
should
stealth.
be. Okay.
Alright, just...
why don't we settle that now?
Okay. By the way, I'm rolling my alchemy.
Okay.
Got a 10. So I have 4
Great.
alchemy. By the way, I'm getting a little bit meta here. If you guys want to use your bonds, I have some stuff as Jack of the Dust to help restore them.
Okay.
Jack of the Dust reads as follows. When you make the crew a good meal, spend X hold from your alchemy move to choose X crewmates. Each crewmate refreshes all of their bonds with someone of their choice, if a PC, or loses rattle and gains inspired, if an NPC. So, feel free to use your bonds if you have them.
Alright. I am definitely going to be more liberal with my luck and my bonds. So,
We'll finally get to see what the secret ingredient is.
I suppose, are we going to... Actually, wait, no. United still has to level up.
Yes. United, have you decided, or are you still thinking about what to choose?
Leveled up defending the crew, which... That's the best thing I can do for that. I'm trying to figure out what I would do for this level up, because it's either +1 to a trait, gain a bond with a relevant person on the ship, an unmarked playbook move or an additional oddity when it's justified. So the oddity is not justified.
Well, that depends on what the oddity is.
I can't justify anything.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to hear some of our thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts, I was just saying. I mean,
have zero.
if you have a move that you want to choose, I would do that, but if you don't, stat increase is always a good option.
Yeah, you definitely don't have any justification to start an oddity
Or you
yet.
could save it till later.
You will.
You could just increase your
I
blood
might-
again and get +4.
Actually take Friends with Mermaids.
That makes sense.
That's an option. Yeah. Where is Friends with Mermaids?
It's playbook moves. Friends with Mermaids. You are friends with all the sea's creatures. You can speak with and be understood by them. When you submerge yourself fully in water, you can unleash your power to summon the sea's wild servant to your aid.
Servants.
Very cool.
Also, I don't think Server Thought may have some problems with that.
I'm at odds with him already. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think Adam quite cares about what Sir Present thinks of them.
I
Sir
tried.
Bresaint is not in the story right now, so...
Well, he'll be back. Do you already have Good Samaritan?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have Duty Bound?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a great pickup if you want it. It allows you to get the other remaining options for Heart of Gold.
So many good options.
You'll have time to get them all.
I think I will take Duty Bound, actually.
Yes.
Matelot
You
seems
may
to
spend
just
2 luck
generally be
instead of 1 bond to use your Heart of Gold on crewmates.
and learning these neat odds and ends and just being good at having blood, but also just like being able to pull out a neat trick every once in a while. And I don't know, it seems pretty neat.
I'd say. Honestly, it's like there are quite a few skillful classes. There's the Swashbuckler, there's also the Chronicler. Each of them have their own sorts of different stuff to them.
If I ever play this game, I'm
Unfortunately,
probably
you
gonna
cannot
play
take
lots of
those from
Navigator.
other playbooks. I mean, hey, the last words that always leaves that as an
That
option
is
for you.
true. That is true.
I will offer you the opportunity to fall to a demon if you so choose.
Nah, I think that would be a horrible end for Joey's character.
No,
No,
the beginning of something else.
Oh yeah, okay. It'd be interesting if I played as the character that cursed them so in the first place. Or at least just somebody whatever. You chose your skill, right? United? Or your move.
Yes, I'm just typing it into my thing now.
Alrighty. Could you possibly, NaN-Gram, could you possibly re-explain the plot thread that we had left off on?
Okay. So, where we last left off, we were pursuing... Let me see, I have the notes here on... where did I put that? Here. Okay, so the score is... There's a map underneath... There's a tucked away beneath one of the warehouses in Guildhearth, in a vault. It's not on any official maps. Skink just needs the stitched up map from the vault. It's in a bunch of dead languages. They intend on giving you intel on the Dreadfin Raiders in exchange for the map.
And what was this
So-
person's name again?
This is Skink Paloma.
Skink Paloma, got it.
I believe I described him with like red patchy scales.
Yes, you did.
He's thin and wiry.
Very skinky.
But
Sorry,
if you would, yeah.
who again?
Skink Paloma.
I caught your.
I
caught
know
the
my names are
reference.
not that.
It's fine. It's funny.
I know my characters are not super well defined. I think that the captains are a bit better, but the Skink is from the last time I ran this, so I brought him.
Well, I
back.
mean, hey, it's in a Kickstarter phase. You've
This
always
out.
got room to improve before the game comes out officially. Maybe they will give you materials to
That
help
is
make
true.
more in-depth characters, wink wink.
I hope so. I really hope so.
But yeah, I suppose...
Because he has no stats right now.
What time would it be right now?
Let me think. I do believe it got on later in the day. United, you recall, like, what I said about, like, the phase of the moon, right?
No, I don't. Sorry.
I'm going to need to go back and check this, so I will edit this in post if it's not the case. But I believe it was 2 weeks in terms of the phase of the moon. So you're good for now. As for the time of day, I would say you guys got there in, like, about the early morning, and this sort of whole excursion into the sewers took you a few hours. So I think it's about, like, maybe midday, like 2 p.m.
May I ask what the streets of Guildhearth are looking like currently?
They're bustling
Still?
easily. I mean, yeah, it's the center of trade.
That's fair.
There's plenty of people and carts out and about. Yes. The stalls, of course, are open. Jockey carriages riding out to the warehouses. Dock workers coming off of ships, moving cargo into place, that sort of thing.
Right. Did Skink give us any directions as to how to get to this place, or would we need to ask around? Because I don't want to go up to somebody and say, "Hello, I'm looking for a top-secret vault, please," and then promptly get arrested or in a firefight.
But Joey might do it, in all honesty.
Yeah, they would. You're there to keep them in place.
So
That's the strategizing
you
time.
were given a bit of intel. We could say, like, we can skip past, like, the walking about town, because you know where to go. Gave you, not on, I mean, we didn't say it, but Skink gave you a pointer to where to go. This Guildhearth warehouse district is a maze of stone buildings and towering wooden crates. Air smells damp and full of salt of the sea, and the sound of creaking docks and workers shouting orders fill the atmosphere. High above, the guild banners flap in the breeze above the stone path as the three of you navigate the narrow streets. Despite the busy exterior, there's a bit of a stillness as you make your way into the warehouses. I assume that you're wanting to do this now, considering that Skink's only given you until 3.
Yeah. Can we take a good look around and try to find some... You know what? I think this is probably the time for in-character interaction.
Yes.
Alright, so... I don't quite see any other way to do this than sneaking in, of course. Now, of course, the floor is open. If anybody has any objections, except nobody probably has any objections because, yeah.
I just don't sneak too well, but I'll try.
Whoever's taking lead here, or you may want to size up.
I think Joey's probably going to blindly take the lead here, so I will size up the situation. Let's see, I will get size up real quick if I can find it. There we go. Size up a suspicious situation, roll vinegar. It is a -1, but they are kind of just blindly walking into this, so...
You don't want to spend...
I will also spend some... Oh, wait. Is luck a pre- or afterwards resource? Because I clicked exit.
You gotta spend it before,
well,
sorry.
Okay.
You gotta spend
I
it
guess
before.
I'm fricked.
Let me see. Bond. Yeah, bonds have to be spent before the roll happens.
Got
Okay.
a question.
Although, actually, I'm reading here on notes on your ship. You can't wait till afterward, like you can when spending bonds to aid. Hold on. Bonds can add +1 to a roll afterward.
Theoretically, I could use Heart of Gold to help the captain here.
That is also true.
I'm looking at page 37, and it says, add 1 to a crewmate's roll or subtract 2 from the roll. Alternatively, you can add 1 to your roll against them. You can do any of this after you see the result of the roll.
Okay, then you're going to want to you're going to want to spend a bond with the captain, whoever wants to.
Okay.
But first, describe what you're doing in the fiction to help them out or trip them up.
I don't have a bond with the captain.
Who does?
I do. I think.
Okay.
Yes. I have a bond with the captain. I think what I will do to help in this instance is just looking over their shoulder, going over everything that they've just gone over, and pointing out some things I think are a bit different. But that's...
Okay. So on a 7 to 9 hold 1, you may hold an additional 1 if you stick your nose somewhere you shouldn't. So, where's the danger lurking? Where are the signs of hidden treasure? What strange secrets lie just beneath the surface? What here is useful to me or my crew? How can I safely blank? Let's hear it.
What are we looking at again? Sorry.
We're looking at the Warehouse 22. The nondescript storage building guarded by a handful of low-level guild mercenaries. You might be able to identify them as Iron Soul Reavers, by the way.
First one here is pretty obvious. I think I'm going to ask one of the 2 or 3 from this list. I'm not sure which one, though.
You can only
I know.
You can only ask one without consequence for right now.
I think the obvious one would be where are the signs of hidden treasure, but I don't know. My brain's spinning faster than I am used to.
Joey, please. Just you wanted to figure out how to get in, right?
Yep.
Ask how I can safely sneak
All right.
in. So I can just tell you that. So you can see that there is tucked beneath some crates and barrels. There appears to be an indentation in the side of the wall. No handle, but it's where a door would go. It appears to be a door to the warehouse.
Okay. I suppose we'll... Is it sort of like a secret passage type thing, or do we just quite literally open it?
Let me see. It is a... What's the word here? It's like a door. You can just push it open. Let's see here. I'm going to ask... I don't think that this justifies a roll here. You can get up to this entrance now that you've located it. Because they're guarding the front where cargo and such would come in.
Can someone tell me again what we're looking for here?
We're looking for a book.
We're looking for a... No, we're looking for a stitched
Sorry,
up
I don't know
map.
what I said.
So that Bresaint would know. Bresaint would know, don't worry. So the opening into the warehouse, it's a relatively sparse area. There's a few the air is, of course, again, damp with seawater, but you can see in the dim lights and cracks of the warehouse shining in. This appears to be a fish warehouse. There's fish drying in and around the corners of the building here. However, you can see tucked off to the side a staircase descending down into the foundation.
We'll certainly follow this staircase. I don't know about anybody else. Also, if you would give me a second to go grab my DS charger, because it's dead and I forgot to charge it.
Okay. I see that Tim is available now, I think, or like they're online at least.
Okay.
Okay, hello, back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Could you continue the description when you so wish?
Yes. Yeah.
Tim is online, so hopefully he will be joining us.
Maybe.
So as you make your way down, once inside, Joey, you descend down a narrow, spiraling staircase winding deep below the warehouse. The walls coat with mildew, and you can hear it from beneath. And inside is a large iron-banded structure with intricate engravings showing symbols from various guilds and cartographers who have operated in Guildhearth for centuries. It is a vault. It is reinforced heavily, but old. But with some effort, you may be able to unlock it.
Okay. I'm going to take a look around. Is anybody here? Like, are you absolutely sure? I would like to possibly somehow check to see if there are no hidden folks. Joey thinks this is too easy.
That would be poking your nose somewhere you shouldn't be. Are you prepared for that?
I suppose as prepared as I will ever be.
So you're asking where's the danger lurking, right?
Yes, and that would be sizing up again, I assume? Oh.
No, you can just hold your initial one if you stick your nose somewhere you shouldn't.
Then I will.
Are just stationed there. They're not guarding anything, they're just hanging out.
Right, there's some of them out there. I don't quite know what they're doing here. Maybe somebody knows we're here. Should we just press on with it? The worst case scenario, we could just dash out. I'm sorry, this has got to be too easy. And they're just, like, pacing back and forth. Because they hear stories all the time about how people go through these, like, horrible, horrible things to get to their desired treasures, and they just think that it's, like, not like the books.
Dane shuffles through his alchemy bag and suggests I could knock these guards out. Or, if we want to go loud, he pulls out a stick of dynamite and gestures to the door.
As long as you don't injure yourselves, we'll be fine going loud.
Well,
Loud it is.
I suppose that will settle it. I can ignite the fuse if you do not already have a light on you.
I assume I do in my alchemy bag.
Yeah, sure. Flint and steel.
Alright, yeah, alright. I'm going to stick the dynamite in before I stick dynamite anywhere, what does the door feel like? Like, is it wooden? Is it stone?
It's like this gigantic metal. It is clearly silken magic. Got this door here like this. Ostensibly, you would not need a key the size of your arm to open it. If you'd like to blast the door open, I can have you break in with vinegar, I suppose. Or Spitfire, a better option here.
Well, I have dynamite, so could I
I'm
break
thinking.
in? Okay, could I break in with the bonus?
I think so. It would definitely aid you, and you're not using your own strength necessarily.
Yeah.
It's definitely not polish. So it's not the dynamite is not magic.
So blood with +1, since I'm using the dynamite?
I'm just thinking because it doesn't involve your own strength necessarily.
It doesn't say with your own strength for me.
Okay. If you feel comfortable with that, okay. Give me a break in with a +1.
Hang on. Let me just... Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about, like, my own strength. So, I'm opening the door.
In a way.
Gentlemen, stand back
I'm
and
not,
let me cook.
Whatever.
Alright, mateys, stand back
I like that.
and let me cook.
Let him cook.
I'd like to go towards an entrance because I know there are people outside that likely want to get in after they hear this.
Okay.
Just towards an entrance so I can stop their approach, at least.
Taking one for the team. Very appreciative.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
I have
A miss.
You have?
3.
Ooh, okay. What happens on a miss to break in or out?
Fucking
Let's see.
dies.
Yeah, hey, how much harm does that dynamite do?
Yeah, 2 harm.
Okay, how close are you guys to this dynamite?
Joey's,
I'm, like,
I'm
right up
Joey's
against.
probably leaning back against the wall. But they're definitely
Okay.
getting hurt to some extent.
Okay, I think that this warrants a trouble for
Okay.
the two of you. So, Dane, not only do you not blow this vault open, you blow yourself up. And loud noises in a cramped space are very loud. Go ahead and both of you mark the trouble deafen.
Boy.
You can't hear anything below a shout. The resolution is find time until your ears stop ringing. So, yes, please mark 2 harm as you are blown back out from the vault, covered in soot.
How much harm does Joey take?
You just mark a trouble, but you are deaf for the time being.
Okay.
Joey's probably going to unsuccessfully shout, "Jeez, Dane, are you okay?"
Dane has burned all the hair off of his eyebrows.
Three Iron Soul Reavers burst in to the sound of this explosion. They ready spears against the 3 of you. What are you doing?
What?
A Wivel and another stick of dynamite, threateningly.
Okay, get into a scrap.
No. I want to threaten them with it.
Okay, this is a hoodwink?
Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to, blow everybody in here up. That's my hoodwinking.
Let's see. So you're trying to get them to back off.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think here. Is this a convincing lie? Let me think.
Well, I mean, I already blew myself up
He
again.
did just blow himself up.
If you aren't trying to get an NPC to do something with your deceit, that's not hoodwinking yet, like parlay aims to manipulate.
I want them to back off.
I think, is this... Let me think. Clever Tricks uses your reflexes and cunning. Hoodwinking uses your charisma. You're more likely to use a clever trick in the midst of a sword fight, and more likely to hoodwink in the midst of a masquerade. This sounds more like a clever trick. If you would, throw, a lit stick of dynamite.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Vinegar's better anyway.
Okay, nice.
That is a 10.
Okay, on a 10+, you pull it off dramatically. Mark 1 luck.
Actually, it's
Tell us how you... Yes, tell us how you... in a...
Okay, Dane couldn't hear himself think, but if he could, he's still under... Sorry. Give me a second. Alright, Dane is not able to speak. But if he could hear himself do so, he would... Sorry, no. Dane gets a wild look in his eyes, and he... Okay, sorry, what are you asking me?
I don't know if you need to, read off a script for
How
it.
you pull this off. Yeah.
Sorry, one at a time.
Sorry, you use the clever trick with your dynamite. This is spectacular.
Okay.
How spectacular is it?
Dane, before the guards get a chance to act, Dane has already thrown one of them a lit stick of dynamite.
The dynamite explodes in his hand. Just for a brief second before the room fills with smoke, you can see a brief red mist. The two guards also get blown back, not expecting to be handed a lit explosive. The 2 guards run off while the Iron Soul Reaver is blown into a corner, clutching his blown off hand. And just in time, Sir Tre Bresaint is here with us.
Hello! Dane blew himself up and then blew somebody else up.
So, I suppose that Sir Bresaint walks in just as the smoke is starting to clear. You see in now the entrance to Warehouse 22 has been blown wide open by dynamite. 2 Iron Soul Reavers run out into Guildhearth, and one is laying in a bloody heap, clutching his half-blown-up arm.
Holy shit.
Did he say something?
I'll wave the captain off, and at this point I want to know if we got in or not, because I wasn't looking, and I assumed they would have.
You can see inside that there is a very ashy but intact vault.
Okay, time for me to do something. I want to try and break this door down.
Okay.
All right.
Now, would fisticuffs work here because this is an obstacle in the way of our objective?
Yes, it would.
Ooh, yeah! I'm liking where this is going.
blind.
Okay then, I will... Since this door has blown up and it has hurt my friends, I'm going to make this door hurt just as much.
Lovely.
Okay.
I rolled twice by accident, but...
What? That first roll is insanity.
Yes, I do take one of my Matelot troubles, which I'm just pissed now. Fair.
You were already pissed, so it actually moves up, I think.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you didn't get blown up with the dynamite, but it would have deafened you. You've moved up from pissed to rash.
Doesn't matter,
So,
door's gone now.
Do you take one harm, or do you attract unwanted attention?
Let's just take more attention at this point.
Okay. You grab this lock in your hands. Tell us how this strength beyond yourself manifests. Because there's no mortal man who could rip a vault from its foundation like you can.
So, I'm meant to be the protector of our crew. And obviously things aren't going great right now. You know, much how mothers can lift cars off of their children. This is a situation like this. My babies are hurt. I'm going to get us through this. I use everything I have to break through this door.
Okay. You grab the lock by its shackle, this massive hallway-sized cylinder, and you grip it by the edge. And you guys hear, like, what sounds to be half a dozen pianos beginning to snap and be crushed as a bunch of golden strings and wiring begin to tear from the lock body of this vault. And you tear the lock body clean from the body of the door as it rattles into the hallway, and the vault snaps open like a bag of rotted potatoes.
I would assume I would be just yelling during this because effort requires something else too.
The vault is let's see here. Inside the vault, you see a number of things. Off to the corner, there are several shelves filled with printed stacks of guilders. And off to this... Actually, you know what? I think this counts for a loot roll here. Let's see here. Yeah, this definitely counts for a loot roll. Hold on. Yeah, plunder. This is definitely plunder. When your crew plunders a score of booty, let's see here. I'm gonna say that you take +1 because it is that you've been given info by a less than reputable source, and you've already blown yourselves up in the attempt, so it's got to be better than average. Let's say, Adam, go ahead and make that roll. Just base roll with +1. Do you want to spend luck or spend a bond? Spend luck first, and then somebody else can spend bond later.
I will probably spend a bond.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll 2d6 +1 for now.
Is there a way to just roll dice?
I think so. Let's see if there's something on your sheet. Let me just edit that for you. Hold on. It's like... It should be, ask, and then plus, say, 1 for now.
Okay. Just roll this.
Do you want me to roll it?
Please, because this is not working for me at the moment.
Okay.
Ask is asking for a stat. None of the stats affect this, so...
Okay. That's a 5.
Unfortunate.
So...
We're getting really bad rolls this sesh.
Yeah, make sure to mark experience. Let's see here. Only take 1 treasure. Inside the vault, you can see that it's been mostly picked clean, aside from the map itself. It's oddly sparse, actually, now that you think about it. Was someone here before you guys? So you can, if you want, you can also choose a 1 special item if you choose 2 baggage options for it. and you only get
Total, not
So-
one treasure per
Hold on.
person.
Am I with them right now?
Yes, you guys are with them.
Okay. I think Trey needs something to protect himself with. Are there any weapons in here?
Sure. Let me see. What's the baggage options here? Yeah, okay. You can design a beautiful 2-harm weapon. It can either be close or far. That is fire, spray, grappling, powerful 3-harm, 1 Rex stun. So you choose 2 options.
Hey, is this just one treasure total or one treasure per person?
It's 1 treasure total on a miss.
Okay,
On a hit, each crew member takes 1 treasure in gold.
got it. What is the treasure specifically in here?
The treasure is the sewn up map that
Okay.
you were after.
At least,
And also, do you want me to just give you a weapon, Sir Bresaint?
I am gonna look for the details on what those tags do before I make that decision.
Okay. Well, that's fair. You can hear up the let's see here. Check my notes because I do have something for the scenario for this. Above you, you can hear the sounds of boots scraping against stone in the darkness. Before you can react, several Iron Soul Reavers emerge from the shadows, blocking your exit up. Hand over
This
the
is
map,
Trey.
or you won't be leaving Guildhearth alive. And Adam.
I thought you said I was deafened too because
Well-
of the second one that went off.
You have Matelot trouble, so you don't take troubles. I can't deafen you even if I wanted to. Instead of troubles, you just move up the tabs.
Okay, just didn't understand that. Cool.
Now you know.
So we're being blocked in.
You are fish in a barrel.
Oh, I'm good at assumptions.
There's the episode name.
Yeah, there's the. That's good. That's good.
That's awesome! Oh my god. Hell yeah.
They want the map. We need the map. They're not going to let us through. I'm going to go towards the first one and just try to deck him.
Okay.
question.
Uh,
Would it be reasonable? Was it just the door that was fortified, or is it this whole room?
The vault itself is fortified. Of course, the vault door itself has been torn asunder. You may want to use fisticuffs here if you wanted, or you could just break in or out. You could move past it, or you can destroy it.
I want to get everyone out, and these are people in the way. People aren't necessarily obstacles.
That's true. Do you know what you want your looted weapon to be?
3 harm, far, and fire.
Okay, from the corner of the room, you produce an ashen magic flame gout. It's this big bag with a handle, sort of like what's the word? I'm looking it up here.
Sorry, what's it called? An ashen...
Ashen flame gout. It's like a bagpipe, but it's got a grip on it, like a rifle.
Hell yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, I need to take out some groceries. You guys can continue in the meantime. I'll be around in a bit.
Alrighty.
Okay, and I get to choose 2 baggage options for it. So, I think that one of these will have to wait for a bit, but let's see here. I know one I can inflict right now. Yep. You grab it, and you feel the fibers of the bag seep into your arm.
Very interesting.
It's in a flash. You can feel it. You can feel it sew into your arm. Then you have, in a matter of moments, a sleeve of like a brilliant black obsidian over your, let's say, your left or your right arm. Okay, it's this. You can think, if you know what like a Kevlar sleeve looks like, it's sort of like that. You can feel your palm. You can feel your palm white hot. underneath. You can, like, the base of your palm. You are compelled to roast them alive.
I was gonna do that anyway, but thanks for giving me. So would I use Spitfire then for this? Or what am I using?
It's a good question. I think that
You are quite literally spitting fire. It would make sense.
that's true.
That, and also
Let me
you
see.
just said that it's effectively binding to my body.
That's true. If you wanted to unleash a power, you could. This would definitely be something to do that. If you lose the power forever, it works perfectly. Though you may want to keep it, from what I understand, so that you would just be getting into a scrap for now.
Okay. Alright, yeah, okay.
Far enough away to actually use it properly?
It's not whatever the higher level of far is. So it should be...
It's not extreme far.
It's not extremely far, so it should still work within close range.
Yep. Go ahead and give us that roll.
Yeah. I have a +0. Because blood is not a thing that I have. Nice.
That's really good.
So it's telling me I can force them into a new precarious new position.
Sure. What is it? You also seize the ante.
I don't know what that means.
It means you can spend a bond with the enemy, so you can give them a tag if you want. You can end the fight very quickly.
Okay. Well, I want to blind them.
Awesome.
Sure. You hold your fist. You hold your fist tight. You can feel feel your sleeve begin to inflate. It looks like you have like a sail, like, what's the word? Anchor arms. So they see you walk up. That's right. It's nice and slow. Let's see. Put out your hands. One of them approaches with shackles. And then you open your palm. In a flash of light, a black flame spouts from your hand. As the guards above are flashed with this white hot several of the guards go sprawling as they are consumed by a flame that won't go out. You can see in the moment several of the guards are clawing at their faces. Their eyes are beginning to melt, and you feel satiated.
Great.
You feel like you hadn't, like, as if you had drunk. As if the feeling you might have felt if you had drunk water for the first time in months, but in a different way. You are quenched of this hunger for immolation that you now feel burning up your arm.
Yeah, great.
Well, if they're blind, we can probably get by them pretty easily.
Yeah, they are in no position to threaten you.
Okay. I think I'm going to take the map and try and find this dude that Joey mentioned before. Just leaving them behind as I go myself.
I'm gonna help I'm gonna help the two people that are deaf.
That's fair.
Yeah, Joey's probably just gonna be confused and stumble about a little bit. And I don't think they've regained their ability to stand yet. Or at least stand without, like, almost falling over because they're just shocked at what just happened. Yeah, I suppose do be a dear and help your captain out, please.
The warehouse is fairly dry. This building is bound to catch fire in a few minutes.
Yeah, I just start rushing them out. Like, I'm trying to get them out as quickly as possible.
I think... Does this justify a breakout? I don't think so. This is interesting enough that I think we could leave the scene here. You may want to lay low after this.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We'll close out the scene here as the building begins to engulf in a plume of blackened red flame. Our alarms go off as a fire brigade dashes in to douse these flames. But you four are lost in the chaos as you make your way out with your prize. I think we can move on to the next scene.
Yes.
So let's see here.
How close is it to 3? How rushed should we be moving?
You have about a half hour. Sir Bresaint, I understand that you wanted to look at the map, right?
What? I mean, probably, yeah, he would want to look at the map.
Okay. I think it's a bit of a tight timing, so I let me think. I want to give you I can't. If you want to give the map to Skink Paloma, you're not going to be able to, research it. But I suppose that's the opportunity cost.
Currently, I have the map.
That's true.
Thank you. And I am still hurrying along because I'm not so great at telling the time based on the sun. And I don't have a watch. Also, this is partially because of my vices coming up. Because right now I'm both pissed and rash. Anything gets in my way, it's not good for them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let the man who could probably knock me out in 5 seconds flat go ahead. I'm not about to fight him on this.
Very good
He could
decision,
fully
I guess.
knock-
So, we're making our way to this... What was it before? It was
The gallows drop.
I don't know the way. One of them's gonna have to lead. I'm just walking ahead of them right now because I am in a rush.
Very fair.
So as the crew enters, they see Skink Paloma seated at his table near the back, away from the eyeing eyes. On the table, a half-empty mug of ale sits untouched, and a deck of worn, mismatched cards lie scattered across the surface. Paloma's lips curl into a smile to see faces old and new. You're alive. Good, good. I trust everything went as planned. No unexpected visitors, I hope?
Is Joey able to hear?
Are they able to?
I would say everybody's here.
Okay. No, I mean, is Joey able to hear? Not is everyone here?
I don't
Are they
think
still
so.
deaf?
Because you've made your way back over to the bar. Maybe?
Probably not, I'm gonna
We
be
could
honest,
go
which
hustle
makes
and
it weird
bustle up
because
the
Joey
town.
was
Yeah.
the one doing business with Skink in the first place. And they're probably a little upset that they can't use their tongue of silver.
Okay. So,
They're upset.
I guess you hear...
They're grumpy
You
right
hear
now.
Skink say,
I trust everything went as planned, like the visitors I have.
I would like to inquire, if I may, about this map.
it's something that the captain wants. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Right. I kind of turn to Adam, almost asking for the map.
I'll hand you the map since we're dealing with someone now, yeah?
I open it up.
Okay. You see a cobbled together view of the world with laws. It's a map of the northwest side. A few scatterings of what appears to be islands reaching past into the start of the Razorwind Enigma.
Okay.
On the back, of course, is the languages that you don't have the knowledge of. From a rough view, you can see a voyage chartered into the area. The west side of the map has been frayed away. A portion has been recobbled back together, apparently from a few different authors.
Okay. I wonder why your captain wants this?
Honestly, I think he has a death wish.
I would tend to agree.
I would too, but Captain seems to be interested in pressing his. I'm just interested in pushing my own rank up a bit. I know that Mr. Wright has been looking for some way in for a while now. Okay, alright. Listen close. I'm not repeating this. Driftwind Raiders are not any pushovers. They've got their hooks in all the wrong places, but they're not quite as sparse as they think. I've got word of their next target. And trust me, this thing's gonna be big. You're well aware of the colonies they're setting up in Destin Hills, right? They've got their sights set on Sunderstone. It's this little vein up near where the restructuring's going on. It's directly south of us from here. The Raiders are planning a surprise attack at dawn in 2 days. They're hitting the ships just as they're coming out. Gold, silver, iron, whatever you can imagine. It'll all be on those ships. But if you wanted, you could hit them where it really hurts. And you just might be able to find that that trade register that they had their eyes on. So what's the last thing you heard?
I left just as I was asked about the structural composition of the vault.
You've been gone for a while. Sorry. Okay, we're back in the gallows in the drop. You know about Captain Bloodbane, right? Seraphine's no pushover, of course. And if you're really serious about it, getting in on one of the jaws, then you're gonna want to be wary. The word is, Seraphine's been making deals with someone high up. Someone with enough power to back him up in ways that the normal pirates couldn't dream of. I don't know who, but it's someone important. That's why they've been able to strike so freely without getting caught. I think I spoke over someone. Come again?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm just thinking.
Okay.
I don't think I would know anything about any of these things.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Sir Tre Bresaint like, is any of this useful?
Why is the bigger question. Why would you willingly give us this information?
Because if we dislodge a jaw, there's more room for the rest of us. Sorry, dislodge a fang. More room for us all to grow, right?
Yes.
I mean, less competition. We all get a bigger slice of the pie. There's nothing really to it. It's just business.
Hi, apologies, my dinner just gone.
Except we deal in... Okay. We just deal in blood where he gestures to the town outside of the bar, where the others would deal in coin. But you knew that, Mr. Bresaint. Sorry, Sir Bresaint.
I know that all too well.
Yes, I know. But now you know too. This isn't quite the... I'm sure this isn't quite the poshness you might have assumed it to be, but you and these two, sorry, these three have been quite cooperative. If you find yourselves in a pinch, I'm sure that the Scales wouldn't mind lending a hand. I'll just have to pass it up the chain. But that's just the start of our relationship, as it were. But until then, we pretend this conversation never happened. He stands up from the table. If we have need of you again, we'll be in touch. And he slinks out of the bar.
I grab him for a second. And I just say, do you know everything?
I know enough. I know that if we were to... Yeah, I know if we were to conduct the raid ourselves,
That's not...
it would be messy.
That's not what Tre is referring to.
Could you specify?
He's referring to when he said that he knew that Tre knew it all too well.
He gives you like a size up a bit. You're a courtesan. Am I right?
I don't know what that means, like, in real life.
He gives a bit of a smile. It's written all over you, you know. I'm looking for it here. I know that there's been a few like you. I'm aware. It's infamous, of course. It has nothing to do with me, but I do know about Captain Drake Song's endeavors. Just take too kindly to what all you do. I understand. That whole title magic phrase, I know you're in a bit of a bind. Of course. Tim, why don't you tell us how Skink Paloma can tell that you've been marked by the sea?
I thought he was talking about the other thing.
What other thing?
The bigger thing.
I mean, I'd say it's pretty big, like your relationship with the sea. Because let's see, like, is it
the thing that I just mentioned, that I just messaged to you? I thought that would be the thing he noticed, but what?
I don't think that he notices that.
Okay.
Necessarily.
I think
so. You have a piece of magic inside of you: wind, stars, or seas. You have winds, right? You have the hazardous places?
Yes, I have winds.
Okay. I suppose that it would have to be identified by the subtle gust that surrounds you. Like the wind is blowing against you despite the fact that there's no current inside. He catches the trim of your jacket as it's blowing a bit. The Enigma's calling you, friend. And I'm sure in time Captain Drake's song will answer. But that's none of my business. I just know a dead man when I see one. But you're in good company.
I think Tre
in one way or another.
Like nodding and smiling, and says, "You have no idea how much of a dead man I am. Truly a dead man walking. Hope you keep this little secret hidden for now. I have told at least one person in my group, but no one else knows. Understand?"
He backs off a bit. Hey, I'm taking the same bet you are. I'm willing to see if I can grow into a skin of my own. But we'll have to wait to see if that all shakes out. Anyway, I'll see you around, or maybe I won't see you.
Who's
but
to say?
He slinks out of the bar.
Helpful
that
for
was
you.
helpful.
They still can't hear. I think you completely
turns
forgot
to the
about me
others.
for a moment. I heard the bits before when they were talking because I was next to the
I
table,
don't
not
think
the
you
after bits.
overheard that
But I could
conversation.
tell that this dude has had some stuff happen in the past.
Yeah.
But we do need to get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We burnt down a building. We should leave fast.
Okay.
We did fully burn down a... Yeah, we should lay low for a bit and leave.
Let's get into downtime.
Let's get these fuckers some rest so they're no longer dead.
Joey's just kind of been like twiddling their thumbs. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
Probably like playing rock paper scissors with Dane in the background. Just a funny image to me.
No, we're playing patty cake.
Of course.
Patty cake, bakers.
These two frickin' idiots.
So, alright, so we were resting a while. If you're actively being hunted, you must pay 1 treasure and a port to take downtime to avoid the watchful eyes of pursuers.
I would say we're actively being hunted. Yeah.
I can spend
So,
one of my treasures because I have 2.
Good, because I have
So I'll
none.
do that. I will mark that.
Joey's broke.
That's
Should
true.
we test renown?
You test renown.
Oh no, that's after. Never mind.
After, yeah.
Forget I said anything.
So right, house, test your bonds, gamble, investigate, take dubious friends, perform a ritual, tinker.
I think I'm gonna... Testing bonds requires using one, right?
Yeah, you spend X bond with the person and roll with that, with an equal
Alright,
bonus.
probably... What does carousing do again? I'm trying to find it in the pages, but it's not loading very fast.
When you carouse, you spend 1 treasure and roll plus polish. On a hit, you describe how you're enjoying yourself. 3 luck and you're abandoned.
Right, okay. I forget how you gain bonds again.
Bonds refresh at the end of a chapter, right?
And the amount of bonds that you have with somebody equals, like, how many you... Sorry, the max is, like, how many you've maximum had at once, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
and they go up to 3.
Question.
And they-
Does this count as a succeeding on a bounty or job?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. So now we're renowned 2.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Sorry, did I get any experience, by the way?
If you failed any rolls, then yeah.
We
But
have
I
to
didn't.
roll a d6 now. If your result is...
No, like,
Sorry.
Test.
that's not...
Yeah.
Not immediately. When you finish a downtime.
Right, thank you.
I think I'm gonna go gambling.
Let's go
Okay.
gambling.
Let's go gambling.
Unfortunately, they
Oh,
do not have
God.
slottos in our setting, I don't think.
Aw,
What
dang
do they
it.
have?
Aw, dang it.
I mean, maybe they do actually have slottos.
Well, I have to roll Spitfire, so...
Yeah. Do you want to...
What?
Yeah, the gambling's actually pretty good in Guildhearth. You could find your way into a trade hall if you wanted to. Well, I mean, I'm describing like some of the things you could place bets on, right? For instance, you could take, if you wanted to like incorporate it into the setting a bit, you could take bets on the charters. It's not quite as high stakes as investing in them themselves, but you can bet which will actually pan out or not over the course of the day. So think of it as like a day-long blackjack.
Yeah, I'm down for
The
that.
odds are 50-50.
I'll do that, sure.
Yeah.
Rolling Spitfire, here we go.
Let's go!
That is a
What will it
success.
be? Okay.
Partial success.
On a hit, take
So,
2 treasure in winnings. Take an additional 1 treasure if you piss someone off. I'll just take the 2. I'll take the 2 base treasure.
Okay.
Use up
So
to
you
3
collect
now,
a
just
tidy-
so everyone's aware.
Alright.
You collect a tidy sum off of some of the nobles in Guildhearth. They were not expecting some of the shipments to come in from the Destined Hills, but you know that the Dreadfin raiders have been picking off ships that have been sailing into that area. So they've been clean for a while now.
Yes, they have.
Okay, and you get 1 more move during downtime.
I will... How's my polish? -1. Never mind, I'm not gonna carouse. What would performing a ritual do? Do I need to have something specific for that?
Well, let's see. As with Unleashing Power, performing a ritual can't just come out of nowhere. You can't drop everything and make a ritual that summons demons, unless, of course, you already have demonic tools that'll help you. This is optimally the strange thing you're using to accomplish the ritual. The strange thing can be a person, but only if they have that tag, and you're willing to conduct dark and magical experiments on them.
He's got his new
If the
weapon,
ritual has
which
unintended
is already...
side,
Yeah,
that is true. So what are you trying to achieve?
I want to understand what the weapon did, effectively. If that makes
I
sense.
think that might be better suited with Vinegar for Investigate.
I mean, sure, yeah, I'm down for that.
Where can I learn about blank? Where can I find blank? How can I get blank? Blank?
Hey, that's a
What are the hidden
three.
dangers if I blank?
I think that might be clear.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. Missing won't earn you troubles unless you go sniffing for them. Learning why you didn't get your answers can sometimes be just as useful as the answers themselves. If you do want to ask questions, though, you need to have an empty trouble slot to do so. So on a miss, I'll tell you why you didn't get answers. Take a trouble to ask one. So your sleeve, for the lack of a better word, has bonded Loctite to your arm. Attempting to pry at it only yields singed fingers as you pull away. This thing does not want to be messed with.
That's good to know.
Then go ahead and mark that experience. Don't forget.
It's just
Anyway.
one for that.
Yes, one for that. Don't forget mark experience every time you fail. Anyway.
May I do some actions?
Yes, go ahead.
I would like to gamble, and I would like to spend 3 luck on my roll.
If you're sure.
I am not.
If that's what you want to do.
This is what I want to do. Okay. That is a 10. Worth it.
Yep, 10. Very worth it.
You get extra things.
So where are you gambling?
To get money. Sorry, I thought you said why.
No, where?
Where?
I feel like why has been obvious.
I feel like Joey probably gambles for fun with the crew, but this isn't for fun. This is to get something in their wallet. So they're probably going to go to a bar. I'm going to be completely honest. Some dingy bar.
Yeah, I know about this great place called the Gallows Drop.
All right.
Because you're already there.
I'll probably snoop around the bar then. And find a game. I'm sorry, I thought we went back to the ship for whatever reason.
You pick up the game that Skink had left. So you take 2 treasure. Do you piss someone off? Or no?
Honestly? Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
Also on a 10+, you get a bonus.
Yes, I did see.
That's true. So the dock workers that Skink were playing with were already down low on their funds. They were hoping to get back what they lost to Skink, but now they're really in the pits. They're not likely to forget your audacious outfit anytime soon. They storm out of the bar, knocking over a couple chairs on their way out.
I would wish to stumble upon a secret.
Okay. Let me think. What can I offer you right now?
Make me enough.
Yes. What can I do for you right now?
You could out of game, you could set up another story hook if you had something.
That is true.
I do like those.
That is true.
Yeah, story hooks are
I want to give you some. The World with Jaws is a Rapscallion actual play. All properties and entities are owned by their respective authors and artists, and you can find a link to all things used, including the game system by Magpie Games for Rapscallion, and links to the artists and songs used in this episode. If you enjoyed listening to this episode, please leave a rating and review on our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please check out this show and many others like it on the Cast Junkie Discord server with the link below in the show notes. And as always, thanks for sailing with us in the world of Jaws, and thanks for being a part of the worlds we know. Until next time.